Laura Ray, and today I'm here with one of my most favorite dupe videos that I've ever brought to you. Westman Atelier is known as a clean brand that makes such high quality products. Their packaging is just so sleek, modern, it's magnetic packaging. It's absolutely stunning. Well, they were kind enough to send me some makeup several months ago that I really haven't shared with you. And I am so excited because today I have dupes for these products that are high quality. If Westman Atelier is not in your price range, then I have some that will give a similar look that I think you're going to love. But let's first talk about this. I love the packaging. As I said, it's magnetic. You just wind up the stick. It's so creamy, and because of the ingredients in it, the moisturizing ingredients, it makes it fantastic for mature skin. Many of you have asked me to share more clean brands, so that's why I definitely wanted you to see this. Now, the way I like to apply it is sort of like I did in a recent video about the triangle method. I like to dot it on my face in the areas where I know I'm going to need some coverage, like around the nose, on the cheeks, the chin area. Now I'm only going on this side because this side's going to be the drugstore version. I have found, since I have enlarged pores, that really starting with my fingers and working in the product into the pores is best. Better than wiping across my skin with a makeup brush. Then I just go in at the end when I'm done with a brush to just smooth things out, or a sponge. But I have found that sort of pressing with my ring finger into the skin works really well. Now this is so creamy. I do have skincare ingredients underneath. I don't like to show putting on my sunscreen because my sunscreen has to dry for a while before I apply any makeup. So I do that before my videos so that I can just go right in and apply the makeup. But this blends beautifully. Now the shade that I'm going to use for the drugstore version is a little different. This is lighter. I would probably buy a little deeper shade if I was buying it myself. This shade that they sent me is Atelier Neutral. So that is the shade. But it was a little bit light. But once I get the bronzer on and blush and everything, it'll be fine. All right, I think that's pretty well blended. I'm going to go in just a little bit in this area. This is my more problematic zone. And when I use this foundation, I don't really use concealer. You could if you have under eye darkness, but I find that the texture of it is almost like a concealer. It's a little bit more coverage. Now they say this is a medium coverage. That's what they consider it. Now this also has camellia seed oil and coconut oil in it. I wanted to mention that because I know some people are actually allergic to coconut oil. So that would be a deal breaker. But I love how this blends on the skin. It looks very natural. When I wear this during the day, it sort of just melts into the skin and looks so beautiful. I think it actually is one of those products that as you wear it, it looks even more beautiful. So this is the Westman Atelier side. Now let's go to the drugstore. You have no idea how many stick foundations I've tried, and the closest I've come is this one, the number 7. Now the shade I'm wearing in this is warm beige, and as I said, it's a little warmer, but once we put everything else on, it's pretty hard to tell. This one also has squalene and has some of the other ingredients, actually almost all the other ingredients of the Westman Atelier. So I really just love how this blends out the same way as the Westman Atelier. Now, of course, the packaging is plastic, so it's not the beautiful packaging that you get. But this one runs around, I think, $14, and I believe the Westman Atelier is $65. But I will put the prices on the screen for you. And I'm just going to go under the eye and pat out. I don't like to go directly under the eye because it's just way too much product, too thick for my under eye area where I have fine lines. So if I put it in this area, I just work it up into that area and I get plenty of coverage in my chin and around the lip. And just like I said, if I press it in, it looks so much nicer than if I take a brush and work with that. Now, one brush I really love to use with this is my Huda, the concealer brush. I will go into the corners and sort of pounce and even go back, put a little on the brush for areas that are problematic. Any darkness or redness, I like to do that. So there you go. Here's the number 7 and the Westman Atelier. I cannot see a difference. They both are amazing. They both look great. Of course, I do see a big difference in the packaging, but as far as the overall look, I'm so happy with both of these. For this side, I'm using the Westman Atelier Contour Stick in the shade Biscuit. And what I love about this is it has that little bit of gray to it where it really is a contour and not a bronzer. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty brush and just blend this. This brush here is the 106. Now on the other side, I found this brand on Amazon and Lifus Beauty. And this, I could not believe, was almost a perfect shade match to the Westman Atelier in Biscuit. So I'm going to go on this side with this. And I'll grab a different brush and blend. Beautiful. Again, with this, the Westman Atelier has some really clean ingredients, but there is a big price difference. So if the Westman Atelier is not in your price point you're looking at for buying, then I think this is a great shade match. For blush today, I'm just going to use the same blush on both sides, the Juicy Pang Blusher. It's so affordable. It's a water blusher, which when these first came out, they were so expensive, but now they've gotten very affordable. I used to love the Daniel Sandler. I still do, but it's a lot more expensive than the Juicy Pang, and this gives such a beautiful look. It's perfect for mature skin. And it just takes very little. It comes in beautiful shades. I really like this one. All of the shades will be listed in the description of the video. Wow, that really brightens me up. Oh, I love this. It just really looks nice. And it's so sheer, it allows your own skin to show through, yet you have a little bit of luminosity, but not over the top. So I am really happy with this blush. Now for the highlighter. The Westman Atelier highlighter looks just like the bronzer and the foundation. It comes in a stick form. It's very beautiful. It's very glossy. It has a little bit of a tacky feeling when you first put it on, but it's really beautiful, very subtle. This is in the shade Nectar, so I really love it. It's very soft. All of her products, Westman Atelier, Gucci Westman is the founder of the makeup company. She's a makeup artist that has worked in the industry for so many years. Everything that she puts out is just so soft, natural, and beautiful. I think it works great on mature skin. Now, the closest I could find in my collection is from Revolution. It's their Bright Light Highlighter. And this was such a good match because it's got pink and sort of a champagne look to it, just like the Westman Atelier. So this twists at the bottom, so it's a whole different way of delivering the product. But I think this looks very similar on the skin. It's very thin, like the Westman Atelier, and gives a very soft highlighter look. Let's end with a gloss. I've already put on the Maybelline Touch of Spice. I love this shade. It's just such a beautiful matte lipstick, but I'm going to put a little gloss on top of it. The StansOut Beauty gloss. This is in the shade Fancy Warm. I love the packaging on this. These are so affordable, $13, and I just am in love. Look at how that gloss just elevates the whole look. I love it. And they're so creamy. I just am very impressed with these. Now let's take the hair down. I want to show you the other products that are on my face I didn't talk about. I am looking for a dupe for this Dior eyeshadow palette for you. I just got this the other day. I did a survey recently, a community post asking you which dupes you wanted to see from me. And overwhelmingly, a lot of people wanted Dior. That was one of the higher numbers. So I've ordered this. I'm trying it out. It's what's on my eyes today. So I'll be looking for a dupe for that. So that'll be coming up. Also, for mascara, I'm using the Physicians Formula Diamond Mascara. I really like this. I think it made my lashes look really good. It's very dark and intense, so I like that. For primer, before I put on my Dior shadow, I use the Wet n Wild Megalast. This is pretty hard to beat. I think it's fantastic. And for eyeliner, I use the Milani Stay Put liner. It's in a brown shade. I really love this because you've got the creamy pencil on one side and then a sponge on the other that you can smoke it out and blend so beautifully. So those are the things that I didn't apply on camera that I wanted to share with you. Do you like cream foundation? I have never been a fan because I had oily skin, but now as my skin has gotten to be more combo to dry, I think these cream products really work, and it's really about not putting on so much, sort of dabbing in and going into those areas where we have hyperpigmentation, discoloration, and not necessarily wearing a full face of foundation. So let me know in the comments. I would love to hear if you've ever tried a stick foundation. Do you have a favorite? I know Hourglass is another top-selling cream foundation. I've tried several Drugstore, and I think the number 7 is pretty hard to beat. I love you all so much. I'll look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you soon.